Hello televiewers, welcome to Hub Media, your trusted platform for promoting our rich cultural heritage and positive values. Today we bring to you a special and exclusive conversation with a royal personality whose life has been defined by humility, by service, and by commitment to traditional institutions. Following her recent conferment of a prestigious title of Ya Ye Fon by her royal maternal family and father, His Royal Highness the Fon of Mbokam, and the subsequent presentation of her gift to her paternal royal father, His Royal Majesty the Paramount Fon of Nso, we are honored to host Ya Ye Fon Mbokam. So televiewers, join us as we explore this remarkable journey of Ya Ye Fon in this exclusive interview. You are highly welcome to Hub Media Ya Ye Fon. And to begin with, straight away, beyond the royal ceremony, who is the woman behind this prestigious title?
Thank you very much, my son. Many people who know me know that I grew up in Kumbo. We spent a lot of time in the palace, dancing around and playing in the dust, and having our mothers feed us in the palace. My father is a prince, so that's how we grew up. I went to school in St. Teresa's School, then I went to St. Augustine's College, I went to Cas Bambili, I did École Normale Supérieure, I did the matrice, I did the master's degree, and I did the PhD until the defense time when I had the honor and the privilege to go to the United States with my children. Well, now you see what mothers do. I gave up the defense of my thesis 6 months before the defense, and I left for the USA with the kids. And here we are today. That is my educational background. I'm a teacher by profession. Okay. I trained in Bambili and in the United Kingdom, University of Leeds. I also was given the scholarship, part scholarship, to study both in the University of Leeds and to do courses in some of the universities too in Britain, you know, the famous universities. I think I would just let that be as we talk. I can then talk about my studies in Cambridge and Oxford.
Very interesting. Let us dive into the crook of the matter. You have just received one of the highest royal distinctions from your maternal fondom, and you have just presented the gift to your paternal royal father, the Fon of Nso. What does this double royal recognition mean to you personally and spiritually?
I would like to push it away from me and give it over to the institutions of our two kingdoms. My father's lineage is the Fonka lineage.
Yes.
Now, our short story is that when the Nzeram people were nearly all killed, actually, the princes were, almost all of them were eliminated during the wars of the colonial time. To cut the long story short, the only prince who had survived and who was discovered was Fonka, whom somebody who was really, really kind to Fonka took him to the palace of Nso, and Nso brought him up. The Fon of Nso was wonderful and brought him up. And this shows people why these two kingdoms are so wrapped up together. And the Paramount Fon of Nso is like a father to the Fon of Mbokam. So when I say we, I mean Nzeram, goes to Nso. If you look in Nso, you would find many of the queen mothers in Nso, in the palace of Nso, and Nzeram princesses. So this is how we are wrapped up together. We cannot separate the blood anymore. Now, that explains to you why the Fon of Nzeram, despite his cultural identity, despite the fact that we are Nzeram and we have our own culture, we do not separate ourselves from Nso. like a clean line. We Nzo and Nzerem understand, Nzerem has his culture, but when it comes to the father of Nzerem kingdom, who in this sense, not father that he made the fund to be, in the sense that he helped us to survive, we go back to him, or I. Maybe some people would not have, but we always do that. Many of us do it. I went back to say, hey, my grandfather, this is the gift that I have from Nzerem that you helped to survive. Thank you very much for helping us to be who we are today. If you recall, if you go back, when I was made Ya by the fund of Nzerem, I did 2 Kimbun forms. Okay. One in the Mbokam Palace with the fund of Nzerem, that was the first. And then I had to go back to Kumbo and do the Kimbun fund in To. So I continue to do that because I want to keep us building that inseparable relationship.
Very interesting. It is good to note that you have been a Ya before this honor to be a Ya Yefon. And now, may you tell some people who do not know about the difference between a Ya title and then Ya Yefon?
I will go a little further. I was made a Ya because our compound, our lineage, is the one where they have to have a Ya of a higher hierarchy.
Okay.
You know that Yas are of different hierarchies.
Certainly.
There are a Ya fon, meaning the fon, whoever the fon might be, would need to have women who can help to do certain things that the fon cannot leave the palace to go do.
Certainly.
So he has his Aya, just as you know he has his five fon, 5 Ya. So that is, I was different in the sense that I was the Ya of the fon's lineage of a compound Tando. Now, being that I represented the princesses of Nzerem, Mbokam, in other ways, there are other Aya. I was not the only one. Aya ve Mbokam. Where does the difference come from? I come from the Fonka lineage.
Okay.
Now, I don't know much about that because I'm female, so I don't get into certain rituals. When I go and we do, sacrifices, rituals and all that, there are certain things I'm a female that I cannot do.
Okay.
But let me tell you that in the process of doing that, they realized long ago, it happened just now, I'm lucky to be the one that was chosen. It could have been done many years back to another female Ya of my lineage. It could only happen to a Fonka. So now that they needed to do that to recognize Ya Yefon, Afon, Veve Dunne Fombi. You get the difference?
Yes.
I'm not the Yefon of this font.
Okay.
This font has his Yefon.
Yes.
I'm the Yefon that they have to use as the bridge. I'm a bridge from the past to the present, a bridge that for some reason, I don't know what, some misalignment of whatever, I cannot tell spiritually, they forgot to do.
Okay.
And so I come and be blessed to be the one. That is why I'm extremely happy, because it's a blessing, it's luck. What I had earned was being Ya, and I did my role without ever failing to do what I'm supposed to do.
Yes, public attention often focuses on ceremonies, yet much of your work have taken place quietly behind the scenes. Could you share some of your contributions to the Mbokam and the traditional institution that perhaps many people may not know about?
Now, my son, you understand that when it comes to institutions, many things are done quietly. You are not allowed to go telling everybody. Or else, you remember we might say, like our mother said, you take it and sell it out. Now you are coming to find out. We cannot give out certain things that we do, but understand that I, in my own way, just like other people, I'm not the only one. There are so many other people that help to keep the institutions running.
Sure.
Now, think of the problems that we are going through now. Imagine that you had no one, or you didn't have people who said, oh, when dunia de combrintoa, when this is what I can say on the outside now. I cannot say other things that are happening on the inside.
Certainly.
One of the things that I do, I look around in the palace, which kid needs education? Let's look at so then I could look for one of the kids who is not a prince.
Okay.
Because I should not be discriminating. A child is a child. I'm an educationist.
Yes.
So I would say, oh, this child is sitting here now, not going to school. What would happen is they might get involved in things that they shouldn't get involved in because they do not have control over them. The kind of grip, the kind of control that really keeps the child in line.
Sure.
So I would ask the phone, may I send this child to school? We have a wonderful fund in so. And he said, hey, yeah.
He prioritizes education.
Right. Prioritizes education. And so he, those are the types of things that our palaces need help with. The fund cannot take care of everything. Why are we his subjects?
That is it.
Let us help them. That's the kind of thing. I look where I can do it, and I do it quietly.
Okay.
It may not be much, but it's something that grounds us and makes sure that we don't lose that which we had and we value. I'm sorry that there are many things I could have said that could be said, but should not be said because our tradition doesn't let us do it.
And we respect that too. So this must certainly have not been a bed of roses. What challenges have you encountered while serving both royal institutions?
I continue to sometimes, not always, face misunderstanding.
Okay.
These days, I don't know if it's the modernization, because if it's modernization, it's the wrong one. What we need to learn to do is, if you don't understand something, ask.
Okay.
Don't jump into social media and start giving your opinion because it's so one-sided. If you came to me, for example, I might have explained to you why I'm doing this. Very simple and direct example. Yeah. Allo, proyene yengiri. Awata one veteran vengwero. Diawa dushikur. You see that? Why are you thinking that just because I'm of the royal family, I can only help or do something valuable for the royal family? So I would face that kind of opposition, but as a mother, I have tons of patience. I'll be like, whoever said that, please let them understand that this is the situation. Number one, a child is a child. That child needs school. I will send that child to school if I can. I do just the little that I can. It's a drop in the ocean, but it goes a long way for the individual child. So let us continue to do that. Oh, yeah, are we into so? No. Ask me. You might have known that is the fun of Zerum who made me a ya, who has made me a ya fund that I'm very proud of. But if you see me going to Ndonso and you didn't know my family lineage, ask. Yes, if you ask, okay, don't start telling people, oh, why are they going to Ndonso? It could have been, well, Ndonso is Ndonso. It covers all the other palaces. They have, the other palaces are independent entities. And yet, as you know, at the end of the year, that palace would send something to the fund of so I shouldn't go into that, but I want to say that it's a circle, and we cannot break it because the heart of the circle is there, and we should keep it functioning. I go to pay my respects, not only because he's my grandfather, I go to pay respects because he is the fund that all of us, including my fund of Durham, pay respects to.
What has kept you committed over the years despite all of those challenges?
It's a lot, not that I've omitted, it's that it's so much. You can only do a little at a time. Now, the key thing, don't ever stop because you feel frustrated. There are times that I felt very frustrated because my concepts, my ideas have not been listened to. It doesn't mean I give up. Never give up. Resilience. Keep going. Keep trying. One day you would see a light. You would achieve what you need to achieve. And actually, the success doesn't always come the way you thought it would be, right? Success, you might be fighting from the beginning for this, facing other obstacles. You jump over the hoops, and by the time you reach on the other end, you might find success. You are very happy, but it's not exactly what you had in your mind. So you have to have an open mind. I have an open mind.
Sure.
And all we need to do, as the fund has been telling us, peace. Have peace in your heart. Have love. When you have peace in your heart, you have love, you will achieve lots of things. They may not necessarily be exactly what you wanted, but they would be something that will be valuable to your community, to your family, to everybody else. They may see it, they may not see it, but it's a drop in the ocean of that community. So, well, God says we should have peace in our hearts. If you love God, there's this psalm that says, love is knowing God. And if you know God, you know love. So it's a circle that keeps going around and around. And my prayer is that we should have that love that comes with peace in our hearts. And we do what we need to do.
Now, as a queen mother, what role do you believe women play in strengthening traditional leadership, preserving culture, and promoting peace within our communities?
I'm glad you came to that, because as a woman, as a woman, who do we turn to look to? Our young Gonzo. If you find my picture there of when I was made you see that I have that collage there because it's such respect. Why am I referring us to that? Because that's the mother of mothers. And so who pointed that we need to be responsible. When she saw that prince, whom they thought had disappeared, was missing, she took the responsibility to make sure that Nso continues to be a dynasty, and she put that son on the throne. How does that relate to women? We should be building, following Ngonso. We should build. Make sure that no matter what, you are helping to bring people together. That is building. And women do that a lot, don't they? They start from their families. They take care of their families. They serve in many committees in churches. The church relies a lot on women, particularly the Christian church. But I have watched of recent, and I think it might have been because I wasn't brought up in that tradition. I've seen like Muslim women who are going around and doing works of charity. They take food to other. That's what God made us to be and to do. Build. Where there is hurt, we try to bring peace. And we have been doing it. Women in so have been doing it. We are human. If a few of us misstepped, it's just because, well, we just missed our step, and we come right back and we try to do it. We learn from others and never think, for example, right now, I cannot say, oh, because they've given the title that I am Yayefon, I will not learn from somebody else just because when I come into the room, somebody gives me the chair to sit on. It is my place we take from the God who created us. You are the servant of your people. It is not the other way around.
Exactly.
So that's what I propose to our women. That's what our women have been doing, and I would love that we all continue and learn to keep this going.
Thank you very much. And you've been talking about preserving cultural heritage. Now, modernization continues to influence our societies. How can the young generation embrace education, technology, and development without actually losing the cultural values and identity inherited from their ancestors?
Some people might think, why is you beginning from that? But language. Lamso? Lamso, la will you like it? It doesn't matter how educated you are. My children, for example, were not born in Kumo, but they speak Lamso with idioms. It's because I taught them to speak Lamso.
Yes.
I could have been saying, I'm a teacher, I'm going to teach my children to speak English. But guess what? The English that they learn to speak is much better than mine. If my daughter stood here and spoke, you would think they were born Americans. But when they speak Lamso, you know that they were born in Itawai, close to St. Teresa, a primary school. That's the way it should be. Women, please, there is no pride in saying, that begin they know you talk country talk. What happened? How come you speak your own language, you speak Lamso, and you didn't teach your children? I'm not pointing an accusing finger. I'm only saying, learn from day one. Why? Your culture is embedded in your language. Once you start speaking your language, when you see like your dance, my own Subi, when you sing Jangwonto, I'm talking of the ones that I'm really proud of. The other day here, when you look at Bongatati, when they sing, your feet start moving, more because of what they are telling you in that song. It may be Subi that doesn't say it, but you see the way they're enjoying themselves, and you're part of it. Why? Because you can speak the same language with the people who are in that group. So every single woman, think of it. When you go to Bonkesheri, when you go to, what is our meeting here? Bongatati, when you go to Ntobati, when you go to all these groups, I cannot name them all. When they speak so, how do you feel? You feel that you are part of it. You are just one of them. Think of that pride that you steal from your children if you don't teach them to speak Lamso. Your culture begins with your language.
Sure.
Please, women, Vicky, listen na ye wanela. When you have that baby in the hospital, start talking to that baby, because we like to talk to the baby who is just an hour old. Start talking to that baby in Lamso.
That's why
Don't
it's
bring your
called mother
English.
tongue anyway.
That's why it's called mother tongue, right?
Yes.
So speak to your baby from day one. Continue, cultivate that. If you are children, if you've had children who are now having their own children, encourage them and say, I made a mistake not to have taught you our language. There's no pride in saying, I don't speak Lamso. Now, there's something about us, so people, that I want to say. Don't let somebody tell you, you didn't pronounce this word correctly. Is it your language? Is the Queen's language?
It's the Queen's language.
Why is somebody pretending? Is the King now? Is the King's language, King Charles? But why do we pretend? Don't criticize each other, or if they do, don't take it to heart. Keep going.
Yeah.
Because it is your language that's more important than any other language. Do like we do. Meet in Heathrow Airport. Do like we do everywhere. Charles de Gaulle. Akigansa. Do like we do everywhere. Washington, D.C. Ajay. Akilofofe. That's how you know. That's how you belong.
It's our identity.
Your identity.
Definitely.
Thank you.
When future generations talk about from Mbokam, what legacy would you like them to remember about you?
That this was a mother to all.
Oh.
There was a time, not there was, it is just a really recent, that I had to try to undo that in the USA. I was the kind of mother. A child comes because people think, oh, USA money. No. You suffer, you struggle, resilience. You have to keep working so hard. You want to give up. Because children come, some of them still need their mothers. You know how we are. You are 25 years old. You still come out of your father's home care. But now you're 18. They've sent you to America or to England or everywhere. What did I used to do? I would cook food for the one that I hear, is having problems. Go there, pack the food in the fridge and say, Papa or Mama, rest for 1 week. Just do everything you can. Or sometimes I even help to borrow a little money to pay the fee because they are trying to send that child out. And I know that if they miss their status, they might not be admitted back. And they started calling me Yayewo. It wasn't a title.
Okay.
It was a way of describing me. There you go. It was a description.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I don't blame them. Somebody could really feel that way. They started thinking, oh, actually, I got caught up with that, that I would write things and say, because my children were calling me that. So you see, why am I telling that story? What you do is not missed. People see it. They may not tell you directly, but I know that the day that I die, those children will come. All of you will come. Actually, I'm telling you now, when it is the day, you take a teaspoon and you take the soil and put, so that by the time you are finishing, everybody would have been able to bury me by taking that little spoon of sand or of the earth and throwing over me. If that is the legacy that I leave, I will be flying. My bells will ring in heaven. My sins will be forgotten. And I will be taken over to God because I tried my best. I didn't win it all, but I tried my best to be a mother to all children in the best possible way.
Happy to hear that. And after all, an elephant cannot hide in the granite farm. Probably the works you've been doing have been seen and seen by the right eyes. And so that is why the recognition came. So which values do you hope that your children, your great-grandchildren, and the wider community will live to continue to uphold?
Uphold who you are.
Okay.
Quit trying to copy other people wrongly. Am I saying modernism is bad? No. Am I saying you should not abandon who you are because of your culture, because of your background, because it's sweeter to be on your cell phone all day? No. Use modernity to help you grow into who you really are. Those things are good if they are used well. They're actually excellent because I want it and every child to go to school. So use those things as tools of learning, not whatever would change you to be something else. And people look at your own child, people look at you, my child, and they don't know who you are because you've been changed by modernity. What is modernity anyway? Is it not somebody who decided to change something and do it differently? So why don't you do yours differently in a way that would be attractive and helpful? The other one might be attractive, but it's just something that shines like gold. But it's not gold. Gold is who you are. Win so. Hey. Kifaka win so.
Exactly.
Mkijiveson you are wumbe jadan so. But I had the jadan so it was team. Vasin so. I hadn't so what timile. Martin be fave bovi or so. We should live she. Now you are running away from your food. You are running away from the way you dress. You are running away. Have you noticed the way our togo, our way marked clothes, all those, they are taking over the world? Have you noticed that the most expensive modern things that are made in some countries, they copy the designs from Africa? You go zigzag, this, that. It's our designs. But guess what? Our children are not seeing it. So let us continue to make sure that children, we are who we are by copying only that which is valuable to add to what we already have as, and so culture-wise.
Many young people are searching for direction in this rapidly changing world. What message would you like to give to the youth of Mbokam, the youth of Mso, and the youth of the grassfield at large?
Oh, my children, look at your mother. At the time that I went to school, things were really hard. I didn't give up. You should never give up. Time is hard for everybody. But if you give up, you will lose. Your education, particularly at this time, that times are hard for us particularly in the Northwest region. Please, some in the Southwest region, make sure that nobody tells you, why are you going to school? I went to school. What do I have? No. Your school eventually will be your mother, your father, your husband or your wife, your children, everything. Without that education, you will not have a bright future. When I say education, it doesn't only mean go to secondary school, go to high school. What I mean is go to these schools, then get a trade, get a profession, and make sure that you are good at it. Now, how can you have a trade or a profession if you don't know how to manipulate the business, if you don't know how to count, you don't know how to analyze, you don't know what to do? You need that knowledge. My dear youth, you are my children. You are our children. You are our pride. Keep it up. Don't let our pride drop. Many of you are already doing it. I'm very proud of those of you that I've seen that are leaders, because I'm of BFU USA. I've seen how the younger people are taking up positions. Please do that. Somebody tells you, comes to you against another one, saying things that are not right. Stand up. What I've noticed about our young people, just like the older people, they don't stand up for each other. Please stand up for each other. Please hold each other's hand and you go together. It is sweeter when you climb together than when you climb alone. Thank you.
Exactly. And now to women. What words of encouragement would you like to share with women who continue to nurture our families and preserve our traditions, and very often without public recognition?
My dear women, affirm, ajivem, vem. I have to say that in Lambs also. I can incorporate all the women. If somebody were to tell us that our life is easy, we would be like, sorry, you have not got into our shoe. Everybody knows the difficulties that women go through, that mothers go through, that wives go through. It's not the same for every woman. We are individuals. But the one thing is clear. Women, you go through a lot. But the key thing is what? Do not give up. Study your situation.
Yes.
And understand your particular situation and see what you can do about it. Now, another thing that I tell every woman, because women have confidence, you go to them and you tell them what you're going through. What do I normally say? What can you do now with this situation so it doesn't overwhelm you, so it doesn't overpower you, so you are able to keep aside the negative and keep following the positive? Sometimes you feel pain, and yet you still go to cook. You see what I mean by keep the negative and move on with the positive. Do the best you can, my dear women. Never give up, because when you give up, a lot goes the wrong way. Your children, I'm not saying that because you took care of them, did everything, every single one will go the right way, but do your best. I'm not saying just because you were a wonderful wife, your husband was a wonderful husband,
Sure.
because he recognized. No, even if it didn't happen, the solution is not packing out in the complete sense of it. Keep the relationship going in a way that you still keep people together. It's the same in the communities, in our meeting houses, wherever it is. So long as we are human beings, there will be things that we women suffer to go through. But my key thing is, don't give up. Have peace in your heart. That peace and love in your heart will guide you to do the right thing.
Finally, after this recognition, what are your prayers and your aspirations for the future of the Mbokam and the Nsot dynasties?
What I can say about the Mbokam dynasty is, I will do everything that I can to support Mbokam. I will do everything in my power. Talk to people, gather them. I have a little project in my mind, and that seed was sown by the fund of Mbokam. Let us find out who is Mbokam that is missing out there. That's our new project for now. Okay. It doesn't mean that we're leaving some out, but we want to put this forefront. Nsot is such a mighty kingdom. All I can tell you is, if there is a drop of water that I can drop in the large ocean, I will. I will do my best. And that's what I can say. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Yeah, keeps telling us never to give up.
No.
Thank you for granting Hapmedia this exclusive interview. And thank you for permitting us address you without using the third person's pronouns, which when used in the Queens or King's language might empty the content of the message. Thank you so much. And your story reminds us that true leadership is built not only on public authority, but on humility, sacrifice, service, and unwavering commitment to preserving the values that unite our people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's keep the peace that the fund of our paramount fund started talking to us about. Your own peace is yours. Take it individually. Be an individual of peace. Don't say the fund or Hussein or EIF or no. What have I done for that peace?
Definitely.
And we will come together and be one. Thank you very much, Hussein. I'm very proud of you, and thank you for all you do.
Once again, congratulations. And your new highly deserved, well-deserved honor.
Thank you.
Hapmedia, your partner in media production.